Hi there, and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to share with you the cards I made for the collab I'm doing with my friend Deb, who is Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage here on YouTube. And the first Monday of each month we make some cards to share, and we have a theme. And I believe the theme for April is flowers and or thinking of you. I think I got the flower part done okay, but I forgot about the thinking of you, but I can add it to a couple of the cards. Anyway, I'll show you what I used, and then I'll show you the cards that I made. So, let me tell you a little bit of background. I have had my eye on the Spellbinders Glimmer Machine ever since it came out, and I've gone back and forth on, do I want it, do I need it? And I don't know how many times I've put it in my cart over the years and then took it out again. But I watched a video a month or two ago, probably a couple months ago, from Amy R., who is Prairie Paper and Ink, I believe, here on YouTube. Anyway, she showed a card that she made using a glimmer plate from Waffle Flower. And that kind of tipped me over the edge. It was like, yep, I need it, and it was this particular set right here. So first I went over and ordered a glimmer machine, and then I went over to Waffle Flower and ordered the set that she used, plus a couple others. So things are sold separately, although there was a bundle that you could get. But so this one is Sketched Daffodil. So there's a stamp set and a die to cut out the main piece here. And then there is a glimmer plate, which is what I was mostly interested in. And then another thing I want to get into is layering stencils, and it came with a set of layering stencils for the stamp and the glimmer plate. Well, then looking around, I saw the same bundle opportunity for the carnation with a die and then a glimmer plate and then a stencil. And then finally I saw this one for the iris stamp, die, glimmer plate, and stencil. So I purchased those, and then as soon as my glimmer machine arrived, I started playing around. And so I'd like to share with you the 3 cards that I made. My cards are 5x7, and the background seemed a little plain to me, so I did use some embossing folders. I always forget to do this. I always forget to put something in here so you can see. I don't know, can you see that? Plaid. Anyway, this one is from Cuttlebug. Now it's an older embossing folder, so I don't know if it's still available. Probably not. But I only have 2 embossing folders that will fit a 5x7 card, and one was the plaid I just showed you, and the other one is this one from Darice. And it's just a different kind of a plaid. But anyway, let me show you the cards that I made. So the first one is the daffodil. And I did a glimmer with gold foil. I used the die to cut this out, and then I popped it up on dimensionals. Before I cut it out, though, I did use my inks. And I have discovered that I don't have a lot of inks that are graduated colors of the same shade. So I did rectify that and ordered some little mini cube sets from Altenew that had graduated colors from the same family. But and then to color in my image, I used these little, they're called Lash shampoo brushes. I got them off of Amazon. They look like this. You can get them in sets of 20, 30, 60. I got a set of 30 at the time, and actually I had these quite a while ago when I wanted to get into layering stencils and just hadn't purchased any, but really nice. So Deb, this is what they look like if you haven't ordered yours yet. And then I just have another container. Right now I'm just doing color families, but they do rinse out really well if you choose to do that right after you're done coloring. I just decided to keep mine as color families, so I've used these several times now without rinsing them out. But those just stay on my desk. So back to the card, here's where I use the plaid embossing folder. This is an oval die cut from Karen Burniston, the crosshatch oval. And then this is another embossing folder. I believe this one is from Stampin' Up, and I can't remember what it's called. And then these are adhesive sequins, also from Stampin' Up. And then I believe, oh, I just used a scrap of, so this oval was die cut from this pattern paper that I had in my stash. So that's the first one. The next one is the carnation. Here's where I use the other embossing folder. This one was I think it was called Prism Foil. And again, I colored it with inks from my stash using those brushes. This is a layering piece from Stampin' Up that I had purchased, and then I know they have had additional ones on clearance, I believe. Was it on clearance? Maybe it's still in the catalog. I don't know. I don't keep up with that. Anyway, I put some adhesive sequins on here, again from Stampin' Up, but they weren't standing out enough. So then I took some little tiny rhinestones, also from Stampin' Up. Nope, I take that back. That's not what I did. I took some, I'll get it right one of these times. I took some pink stickles and just squeezed a little dot in the center of the sequins, just to kind of catch your eye. And again, just some miscellaneous paper from my stash, and I just used the scrap down at the bottom. And then my third card is this one, the Iris. I got a little plastic on there. The Iris and the Daffodil are my favorites of the two flowers. This is some gauze paper from DCWV that I've had for a long time in my stash. Here's that embossing folder. Some more self-adhesive sequins from Stampin' Up. And again, this is all three of the flowers are popped up with dimensionals. I backed this one with some holograph cardstock. And then here's a scrap of the gauze paper on the inside. So really love how these turned out. Again, 5 by 7 in size, and there it is. I'd like to thank you for joining me. Down below I'll leave a link to Deb's channel so you can check out the cards that she made this month. And now I'm off to create.